At Clear Creek Farm, how we doing today? Today we're back out here with SGR Mister Mystery, and we're going to trim up his feet. It's been about 3 months since we did it the last time, and his feet grow out pretty quick. So today I'm going to bring you along using the Hoof Boss and the chain blade that they have. I'm going to bring you along, show you how it works on these older bucks and how it helps their feet out. So last time I trimmed his feet, I just used the old clippers. I did not have the Hoof Boss yet. And these older bucks, I'll show you how their feet start turning out. The hoof will start turning out, especially on these older bucks that are not shown very often anymore, because we don't keep up on their feet like we should be. Actually, I hate to say it, but with the Hoof Boss, I'm going to use the regular trimmers to try to knock out some of the dirt and stuff, but with the Hoof Boss, it actually takes and puts them almost back to where they should be. I already done 1 foot, but I decided I'll bring you guys along to do the rest of them. So on this foot over here, I've actually already used the Hoof Boss on, and you can see that there, it's actually almost back to where it should be naturally. And you see how this hoof here actually flares out. I think that's a lot to do with not being trimmed down a lot when they are younger and they start fighting you, and there's only so much you can do holding their foot up. So I'm going to use the Hoof Boss on this one and show you the finished product of the two and how it will end up changing. This other foot here is a little harder to do. One, he wants to rest on you. Two, it's awkward in general, but you got the little poop and stuff in here, so I'm gonna get that knocked out of there. He does have some spots in here where there's a little bit of splitting and rot, so we'll get that all knocked out of there. I will take this outside edge off a little bit. And actually give it to the dog as a dog treat. They actually like them. But got most of this dirt out of here, and the Hoof Boss works great on tuning their foot back to where they need to be. But sometimes if you start using it too early, especially with this chain blade, you end up having to sharpen it a couple times because it does get dull when it starts digging into all this dirty stuff. I'm going a little aggressive on this because I know there's a lot that needs to come off to start getting that to turn back in. So that's why I'm going a little bit more aggressive than I really usually would have, but that helps it go a little quicker. And this little red spot actually was probably a cyst or something like that. There's nothing wrong with his foot. It's not going to start bleeding by me doing that. And actually I'm going to dig this spot here, the little blowout spot that he has. I'm going to try to dig it out a little bit more, which I did. probably ain't the easiest foot I should have done. Because it is in an awkward place. I don't know if you can see this on camera, but see how this is starting to lighten up here? That's because you're starting to get down into the younger hoof, I guess, or closer to the sole. See, I got him almost down there where I need him, right there. So I don't want to take any more off of that one. I'm going to take a little bit more off that inside one, which should be making good. Actually, I'm going to set him down, see how he looks on it, the way it sits right now. With that outside growing out the way it is, maybe will be good. I will end up trimming up this inside edge a little bit just to clean up that spot where there was that blowout. So as you can tell here, that inside hoof, you can tell that it's a little bit longer because the way that it sticks out in front. So that means I can take a little bit more off of that inside one, off the toe of it, which will help bring them back together. He will naturally grow out like he was because the way this outside hoof is. And that area in his foot is already soft and is actually growing out that way anyway. So there ain't no way to really fix that. You can only treat them a little bit at a time. See, I got most of that blowout there out of there. I think this has still got some dirt in it. Yeah. Actually, it's down to a sole, so we're good there. I'm going to try to flatten that out now that I got that taken off and go from there. So we'll set them down again. See how that toe, inside toe, actually moved in closer to this one? So we're actually getting pretty darn close to where he needs to be. I need to take a little bit off on the inside, but I'll end up doing that just with the scissor. take a little bit of this extra here off of this inside, which will help. I don't like trying to get down in here between his feet with the Hoof Boss, especially with the chain, because I don't want to cut his foot on the inside where he has an open sore. It is breeding season here in Michigan, so we want to try to keep our animals as healthy as possible. As you look at both of them, his front hoofs there, they look way better than what they were. So now we'll do the back feet and show you them. So back feet on him are pretty hard actually to do because he's such a big animal. It's hard to hold him up, but I'm going to try to show you as much as I can. I might end up just using the clippers because it's just way easier, because he don't really like this done. But his back feet ain't as bad. So you knock out that dirt, you can see all his new growth in here. Take out that new growth. And then maybe we'll come in here with the Hoof Boss and trim it up the rest of the way. Get it back down there as close as possible as we can. So if you could see this, how good you're going to be able to see that on video, but this foot is so much shorter than this one. So I'm going to try to take off more off of this one here to make them even, if he'll let me. As you can see, I'm only taking off the toe on that one, and I'll do the same thing on the other one to bring them even. But the heel's a little longer on this one, but I don't want to really take off any heel. Probably in the past, I probably took off too much heel on this one, trying to trim it down. So right now, the way it is probably the best I'm going to be able to get it. I'm getting to the pink on both of them, so we'll just leave them like that. Now let's see if we can get this other one done. I'm going to knock the same thing off as I did the other one. Knock that new excess growth off of there. This one's the same way, so I'm going to take off more of that outside one. getting to the pink already, and we'll just leave it right there. I don't want to take none off of that one because I want it to grow out. So his feet look way better than what they were. The stand is so short on him, he will not stand the way that I really like him to stand. He's standing all scrunched up, but as you can tell, his front feet are way better than what they were. He actually would stand a little bit better if he was down on the ground. His back feet are trimmed up decent, so that's all I want to do, especially these older bucks, is make sure they got good feet and not a bunch of hoof rot or nothing like that. So we got his feet about 80 to 90% better. He'll probably never be 100%, just because he's an old buck. He's going on 4 years old. By then, most people can't even handle their older bucks enough, or they're just so big and so bulky where you can't do it at all. So having his feet where they're at right now actually is a good thing. I really like to keep his feet up as much as possible. That's why I do his feet way more than I do most other younger bucks or even the does. So thank you for coming along with me as I trimmed his feet up tonight. So if you like this video, please go down and hit the like button, share the video, and if you haven't subscribed already, please go down there and hit the subscribe button. Help us grow our channel and let other people know about us and what we're doing to help the goat industry out. Have a great day and see you on the next video.